All right, 12:13, and we do have another heat advisory issued across our area today, so it will be hotter than yesterday, believe it or not. This is going to cover most of the viewing area from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. tonight. So make sure, as we've been talking about, you're taking breaks to get indoors in the AC and drinking plenty of water. Believe it or not, we've also got a lot more of that heat up to the north and across much of the country because of this ridge of high pressure. So we'll be dealing with this for just a little while longer locally before storm chances are able to ride right along the edge of this ridge and fire off possibly some gusty winds as well. Temperatures right now somewhere between the upper 80s and low 90s across our area, but certainly feeling warmer under blue skies with a lot of sunshine. So we're anywhere from 99 to 112 in Mandeville, always our hot spot. But as we get into the later part of the afternoon, most spots will be between about 108 and 110, and that's when our heat advisory criteria kicks in again. So make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Of course, we're going to have this each day moving forward when it's not raining, but our rain chances will become a little more widespread, hopefully for some brief relief. When it's not raining, however, the UV index will be strong, and today it's between an 8 and a 9 again. So if you're stepping outside for an extended period, you could get a quick sunburn. We'll top out right around 95. If that happens, it will be our hottest day of the year so far, and then we'll eventually fall towards 90 as we get closer to sunset. We really haven't been lingering in the 90-degree range that late in the day as often. So we're ending the month of June, the warmest we've been all year, more than likely, and welcoming July, bringing a few more rain chances as we get into the rest of the week. It looks like tomorrow will probably be our better chance for widespread activity starting in the middle of the afternoon and continuing into the hottest part of the day, and then we'll bring those chances down a little bit as we get closer to July 4th weekend. But certainly more widespread coverage than we had over this past weekend, and that'll carry into the start of next week as well. So tonight, once more, you can expect mostly calm conditions. We'll have warm humidity, a beautiful moon, and temperatures in the 70s to 80s, so don't forget to look up at that. Light winds altogether not helping with a lot of relief from that warm air the moment you step outside. Tomorrow, once again, it will be hot before those storm chances, but they should bring our temperatures down at least a little bit. Here's your precision cast. So yesterday, we were looking at the possibility of a couple heavy downpours along I-10 moving from west areas a little bit further west, and that's not always the case. So basically, starting out here near Mobile and then continuing a little bit further west, maybe some heavier downpours along the coast near Bay St. Louis before starting to fizzle out as we get into the New Orleans area. So you'll notice that may happen tonight, but we'll have more widespread chances tomorrow. Offshore around noon, and then further inland as we get into the later part of the afternoon, and another round on Thursday as well. So just be dealing with this southerly flow and increased moisture over the course of the next couple afternoons into your weekend. You'll notice that tropical moisture along the Gulf Coast, which could lead to some lightning and some tide concerns. So please make sure if you're headed to the beach for the extended weekend, you are checking the forecast. Same thing for any travel plans along the interstate. The good news is our tropical tracker continues to look a little bit less than promising with any development potential for that system that the National Hurricane Center was eyeing. And any rain that we do see over the next 5 days should be minimal, anywhere from a half an inch to at the most a single inch and maybe a quarter as well. Otherwise, heavier downpours offshore, so closer to the coastline. Here's your high temperature forecast. Again, a little bit lower in the low 90s, right around where we should be for this time of year as we get into the later part of the weekend. And it also looks like we'll start to dry out just in time for the 4th of July fireworks display. Of course, our drought monitor signifying we need the rain where it should be heaviest, so we'll continue towards the start of July with seasonal temperatures across the area. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, we'll be on the lookout for a couple storms tonight, but more storm chances later in the week.